Hey everybody, JP here. And we talked about how Randy Staub uses the SRS WOW Thing to enhance the stereo image of his guitar tracks. But he has another SRS product called the Megawide processor that he also uses as an effect send. And although it's unclear exactly what he sends into it, the reason you have that piece of gear is to make a stereo source sound slightly wider. And Dan Korneff was awesome enough to include this in his WOW Thing plugin with Type 2 mode, which we're going to be using exclusively throughout this video. It's a little more hi-fi sounding than Type 1, whereas Type 1 I think has a really nice mid-range to it that works well with guitars. Type 2 is a little more up in the high end. I started playing around with it in a few different ways. What I really liked doing was sending vocal reverbs into it. I also liked sending drum bus into it. So we're going to look at both of those. And I chose this song because it had a female vocalist. I'm not going to say she sounds like Amy from Evanescence, but it did give me an opportunity to use Randy's vocal chain, which was detailed in those Evanescence mix notes. So why don't I play a little bit here?
And then you'll know and feel my pain.
So I've got the UA 176 on her vocal, reminiscent of the retro 176 that Randy likes. And I've got just the ProTools stock de-esser. Randy uses the DBX 902. This one does a fine job. And then I'm using the MDW Massenburg EQ. Randy uses a GML 8200. All he's really doing is boosting the top a little bit with it. And I'm rolling off just some mud on the bottom. But really nice vocal chain. So I am sending this. All I'm sending the vocal into is the reverb, and I'm using UAD Pure Plate. Now the UAD Pure Plate is feeding the mix bus, and it's being sent to the WOW Thing plugin set on Type 2.
Wait for the day to hear you say that you're sorry from the heart.
I'll turn this on and off for a second.
You weren't playing fair. Now I pray for the rain.
See, it's pretty noticeable.
To wash it away.
Just like that.
'Cause I know in my heart you won't be there, and I won't wait for the day to hear you say.
So now we're only hearing what's going through the SRS. So it's more subtle than what we're doing on the guitars, but really, like, it puts the breath of the vocals on the sides really nicely. And let's listen to these background vocals as well. We break these down. I'm sending them into the Sound City plugin in one of the vocal modes, but only for the purpose of I shouldn't say only, I'm getting a little room from it, but I'm using this dynamics on air mode. That's without it. So it adds that, that's that Mutt Lang air on the top. So nice. This isn't necessarily a Randy thing that I'm aware of. I just think it sounds great. And I'm using a little bit of the echo chamber. But really, that's all pretty subtle. Let me, how am I getting there? Oh, that's how I'm getting there. That's just the Sound City soloed. 100% wet. I've got a couple different mic options. That's the big one there. Somebody asked me if I could do a whole video explaining how to use this plugin, and I think I'm going to do that soon. But you can probably glean some bits and pieces from what I've shown. The dynamic section with the Dolby, the 3 different Dolby modes is just fantastic. So yeah, that's huge right there. So that's without any reverb. And there's the SRS. Let's see what that's doing there. See the SRS, the Type 2 really, it really helps that air on the top spread.
Now I pray for the rain to wash it away.
All the vocals
'Cause I know
without it.
You won't be
With it.
there, and I won't wait for the day
Without.
to hear you say that you're sorry from the heart. You weren't playing fair.
So yeah, I think it's, to me, it makes the vocals in this song. And I've got the wow effect at about 2 o'clock here. I'm not using any of the bass. This is all about just spreading the high end of those vocals. And it sounds great on male vocals as well. It's certainly not limited to female. I just thought this was a good choice because we had the vocal settings from the Evanescence mix to play with. So another thing I really like to do with the Type 2 WOW Thing setting was send a little bit of the drum parallel bus to it. You remember we have that super EQ'd and compressed parallel bus. So I'm sending a bit of that there. Let's just dive in and give that a listen. So since there's a little bit of bass in that parallel bus, I do have the true bass on a bit, but I'm keeping it low, 60 Hertz. And I have it in mono. I just want the spread to really affect the drum ambience more than anything else here. So that's without it. So as you can hear, it's doing quite a bit. You can always play around with the level. Right now I have it turned up quite a bit. Really gives the snare a nice whiff. boost it up a little bit more. And just for fun, I wanted to play around with sending the reverb into it. Oh yeah. That could be pretty interesting. That was the AMS. Let's you know what? Oh, could be a little too much, but so yeah, a lot of cool things you could do, and this Type 2 processing really opens up a whole new realm. I feel like it's just more hi-fi sounding, and I believe that's what that original SRS Megawide processor was designed for. So again, just more fun you can have with this awesome plugin. Go nuts. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be back again soon. Take care, everybody.